Hey peoples, second video of the day. The first one was basically a test video to see if that shit legit will let me record. Like I said, and I know I'm zoomed in a whole hell of a lot. Okay, that's better. That's a little bit better, okay? So let me just go ahead and say this. It been a lot going on. The good, the bad, the ugly. But, mostly having to defend my right to be free, because apparently some people that was holding me back didn't start trying to put their hooks in until I got away from that shit. Now, as I was mentioned 2 months ago in the last videos that I made, I was in it was probably a few videos before that. I was in this group on Facebook, right? They called themselves the Queendom. Something about straightening crowns and shit. They ain't talking about straightening. They ain't talking about straightening crowns no more. And I know some of y'all still sub to me. And before you type a nasty ass comment, which you won't, because you're just gonna go back and do whatever. Tell me why. This is how a lot of the other fuck shit started. Okay. Without getting into too much detail, me and the creator of the group that called herself my sis, my best friend at the time, why in the fuck, when we get in a group and people start branching out and start meeting new people, because apparently I was just basically friends with a whole group of ass people that we would talk on the phone outside of the group. We FaceTime, we talk, we do shit. Some live where I live. Not in that group, but some other people that, well, actually, yeah, a couple of them live where I live. But anyway, this bitch always would do readings and be like, oh, somebody jealous of you, this and that or whatever. I'm like, bitch, somebody is jealous of everybody. That's a vague ass general statement, okay? It's pretty vague. But, I mean, here's the deal. If you had the same opportunity to be mentored by somebody that you introduced me to, and you didn't do what you needed to do to get your, you wouldn't go through with the mentorship. You always had other shit to do, other things, whatever. You didn't do your mediumship or whatever. I wasn't getting mentored in mediumship. I was getting mentored in something else. Because I do defense magic. And for those of y'all that want to holler, oh my gosh, she's a karmic, let me tell you something. Ho'oponopono, if I'm saying it right, that's magic, okay? The forgiveness prayer, praying to God, is magic, okay? Anything that you say out of your mouth to change a situation is magic. Washing your body with soap to cleanse. All that shit is minor forms of magic. So throw that shit out the window. Facts. So anywho, this bitch got offended talking about, now you want to face chat me and say, oh, well, I heard you being mentored by so-and-so. So what kind of new things are you learning? And I was told, do not share the other things that you're learning, because when you being mentored by somebody and you quick to share, they could take it and use it against you. I mean, some things, if you were told like things to like help you get better, do better, whatever like that. Well, whatever you do, whether you manifest in money, whether you manifest in love, whether you manifest, whatever the fuck you doing. Okay? But this bitch done went too far. Okay? She never offered to give me any gifts or do any type of things like that or whatever. But then it comes out to be, oh, I'm going to send you a herb. I'm not going to say what the herb. It was not even really a herb. But for the sake of this video, we're going to say it's a herb. She said, I'll send you as such and such, and only me and my family we have it, and you know I look at you as family. You always be supporting me. I was like, yeah, I do. I really do. So I felt a little bit weird about it, but apparently I can't feel shit. Okay, according to this bitch. Bitch, I feel more than you know. Because you was mad when I called you out on it. Okay. I had a thought about me sitting at one of my chairs at my table, opening a package, feeling dizzy, and passing out. So I tell it to one of my friends. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to be funny, whatever. But maybe this is... Because a lot of times people will try to gaslight you and make you think that, oh, your thoughts... Your mind is fucking with you due to your past traumas. No, bitch, I haven't had nothing like this happen before. Okay? Not to that degree. So, she tells me, well, I'm not going to mail it. Not the friend that I talked to. Let me just not jump stories. But I was like, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound, whatever type of way. And she was like, she had to look into it. And it was like, yeah, it's something wrong. And that package ain't gonna make it to you. Because if it does make it to you, this was her form of trying to kill you because she couldn't beat you. So since she was a nurse, she was able to get a drug that doesn't show up in your system 24 hours after it's entered your system. So it'll look like natural causes. All because I wouldn't tell you how I was being mentored. I never asked you, like, so how is your mediumship mentoring going? Because you never did it. You never wanted to. And it's easy for somebody to read tarot cards. If they talk to the person every day that they're reading for. If you talk to a person every day, you know their fears, you know the happiness, you know the ups, the downs, the in and outs, you know everything about them. Of course you're going to be on point when you pull cards. You'll be able to elaborate to the T exactly what's going on. But people are so mesmerized by cards, they will forget that they told you said thing that they just said, that they've been telling you. Okay? So my ass, every time she had a problem with something, oh bitch, if you thought my work was trash, why the fuck you coming off couple hundred every time to do like shit? Like, you always had problems on your job. So I felt like, but I didn't tell you. But if you sneak watching me, I'm gonna tell you now, because I did ask you, so you kind of sort of know. I said, did you tell these people that you spiritual, or that you do this, or do you do that, or whatever? Oh, everybody know about me, baby. Everybody know don't fuck with me. So you walk around with that type of attitude. Of course motherfuckers ain't gonna like you on your job. Of course they not gonna like you on your job. So the way I did the work to fix your work at work was, if she's the problem, move her. If the other people are causing her problems that are not her fault, move them. One time, person got moved. All the other times, she kept getting moved. Why is that? And then she lied about her profession too. How you gonna say you a nurse with long ass nails? Nurses are not allowed to have long ass nails. I know people that are nurses. Now unless you work for some ratchet ass company that doesn't really give a fuck about their patients. And another thing too, when I called you on your job, when you told me to call you, why you at the front desk answering phones? Nurses that are with patients don't sit at the desk all fucking day. All fucking day. You have people you need to go check on and do this and do that. It's a lot of shit that I'm slowly finding out about whatever. And for her watching this, she really sat and thought that my friend, that was a mutual friend of ours, because, you would think that people as friends with you don't have a problem with you having friends that are not them or not affiliated with y'all's group. See, that's how you know it's a cult. Because when you in a group of people a setting, whatever like that, and you start noticing some shit and you get away from it and they start tripping or you start doing better for whatever, I found out later on, small little hiccups with shit all along, aside from the other people that were doing dumb shit. But it wasn't a whole bunch of people. I didn't have no bunch of fucking enemies. This bitch, because she had so much money to throw around, would find somebody she gravitate to, pay somebody to do spell work on them, or sit up and do bad shit just to practice magic on a person. And I should have picked it up to notice that every time I hit a reversal, the bitch would call 2 or 3 days later with the same problem that I just got rid of out of my life. When I would reverse it back to the sender, however I would do it, candle, whatever, reversing it back to the sender, I never snapped to whatever, because she was like, why we always got the same issues, whatever. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, oh, we connected. And you know, when we connected, you know, sometimes people be going through the same thing. Yes and no. It just depends. So the problems that she would have would be the problems that she tried to send to me. I would notice weird shit going on around me and send it back. And that's when she would call and need me to do something. But then the bitch just tried to, I can't even talk. The bitch tried to Facebook blast me and be like, oh, this, that, whatever. Like, this is so funny. Because here's where my new bestie come in. She knows all the shit that I done dealt with. Because she was affiliated with this bitch and this bitch had shit with her. Are you serious? She was jealous of my friend because she know more than her and been doing a lot more. Just doing a lot more. Okay? So this bitch and her little minions tried to kill her. Well, she was at 50% physically, and they still couldn't do it. I know the bitch had something to do with it. And then they had all kind of random people calling my phone, calling her phone, all kinds of shit. And then they was threatening, talking about, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Funny, cause whatever. But I'll tell y'all some more shit in another video, because I want to break this shit down into topics, because I'm not gonna make this video long. So when me and old girl, the bitchy bitch, talks or whatever, she goes, oh, well, you just like, you don't feel shit, bitch. Somebody told you that. She want to blame everything that I feel or somebody like get me to see on my own. Be like, take a look at your surroundings. You know, when you get away from certain people, certain things change. And anyway, my friend didn't tell me not to trust you, per se. You want to know who told me not to trust you like I should trust? Like, according to my thoughts at the time, trust you like I should have trusted you? Like I shouldn't have trusted you? Y'all know from 2 months ago in the video that I made 2 months ago. And I said that when I got rid of all the fake motherfuckers, the real shit was going to show up. Showed up. Okay? That energetic match, y'all. Because you know what? You want to call it your twin flame. You want to call it your divine soulmate. What the fuck ever. When y'all's energy just click up, too good to be true. This motherfucker got your back through thick and thin. Is supportive of you and what you do and whatever like that. Bitch. He told me, I don't want to kind of like make you upset. This is what he said now. I don't want to make you upset. I don't want you to think like no type of way about it. But you need to pick your friends better. And I'm like, what you mean? He goes, well, so-and-so, I don't really trust her. I said, why? Because you know how y'all were talking on the phone, and this was him saying this, because you know how y'all were talking on the phone and y'all were talking normal, and then she had asked you where you was or whatever, or I told her where I was or whatever like that, why I didn't want to stay on the phone too long. And then so, because he was barbecuing for the daughter's birthday, and he was outside. So I briefly went there, and I let her say hey to him on the phone or whatever. That loud, how we used to talk, he said, I ain't the best looking man in the world, but I ain't no ugly dude. But I know if I know how a bitch talk when she yearning for some D. I was like, can you elaborate? He say she was all like, well, I need you to take care of my sister. I need you to take care of my sis. You know, I just really think you have the best soul. I think you have and all that sexual energy. And he could feel shit too. Not even just that. He said it made him like really uncomfortable. He kept trying to hand the phone back. And I'm like, no, that's my friend. Talk to my friend. No, because when he talks to my other friends, sound like he's on the phone talking to another motherfucking dude. Because you can hear both of them talking loud, like, ha, 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 ha. Talking loud, talking shit, you know? Hey, you don't want to have a man and then neglect your friends. I mean, of course, you have your time with your dude, and then you have your time with your friends. And it's even better sometimes when you can mingle the two. Sometimes. Especially if you have a friend that's married and happily married and loves her husband. And will hurt a bitch if they touch her husband. Okay? So with that being said, he said, that's not your friend. Because if she lived out here and she could put hands on him, she would. But yeah, with the fact that I ain't had sex in a long time, whatever like that, ain't been with nobody in a little bit. So they're like, whatever. Yes, bitch. I am no angel. Okay. But sometimes you and your friends, it's just certain shit y'all don't need to talk about. And or certain ways you don't need to talk to that person's whatever. That's like me getting on the phone with my friend husband and being like, hello, how are you doing? I heard so much about you. I'm looking forward to a video chat with you. And then I fucked around and sent this bitch a picture of us together. Bitch, little did I know until I found out later. She knew we was being stalked by his crazy baby mama, okay? She's still stalking him. But for some reason, the bitch won't even fuck with me. She know better. She know better now. But I'll get more into that in a little bit. So when he told me I need to pick my friends more carefully, I was like, oh, you know what? Because when he told me how she talked, I knew right away that's how she sounds. Because I never told him that she talks like this when she gets sexually excited. Oh, never told him that she talked like that. So, I mean, I know he's spiritually gifted, but how the fuck could he just get her voice down pat? He's like, you made it feel a little bit dirty. Funny. She knew the fact that I told her, this man still keeps coming for me. This man still wants me. Even though his crazy baby mama told him she's going to kill him. And I'll tell y'all a little bit more about that shit in another video that I'm making in a few minutes. She tried to come for both of us. She tried all kinds of shit. It didn't work. So I told the fake friend, whatever, because you know you get on the phone, you want to talk to your friends, whatever like that. So she went to somebody because I wouldn't be friends with her. She went and paid somebody that does the darkest work. Not really the darkest. his work. Because, I mean, you learn the most in conflict. You really learn the most in conflict. How dumb are you to go put us in a chaos jar? We sitting up looking at each other like, he goes, you do everything. You're awesome. I don't know why. I feel argumentative right now. I'm like, what? What? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that shit. You feel like that because you used to being around argumentative motherfuckers. He's like, nah, that bitch so-and-so did it. And so we figured it out. We broke that one. A jar can be broke. Just depends on how weak you are. When you notice some shit going on, 9 times out of 10, look, some things call for putting in a jar, other things call for reversals, other things call for banishing. And I'm not going to go too much in detail about that, but I will say this. She went to somebody, paid them to put chaos with us, which we figured that shit out. And he was like, no, I don't want to be with nobody but you. You don't do nothing fucked up to me. He was sitting there fighting it. He was feeling some type of shit, but he was fighting it. He knew who fucking sent it. That's the crazy part. That is the crazy part. Okay? Because not only was I being mentored, he got mentored as well. Ooh. To pull out your gifts. Energy exchange for energy exchange. And that's what you do when you have, you don't just try to get people in your life and be like, I'm going to suck their energy dry. No. Even exchange of energy. Whatever it is. So here's the deal. She went and paid somebody to put a love spell on him to make him want to fall for the baby mama when, there was some shit that went down prior to that. Okay? Let me bump it on down to you. Because I don't want this video to go over 30 minutes. Because I will get in the next video. This will be part 1. The next one will be part 2. So, she knew about the fight that me and my dude had out there. Not with each other, but with other motherfuckers. Because we were outside and we were just talking and just, Here comes the baby mama and one of her little crackhead friends, and she's holding a 3-year-old wearing a diaper on her hip. The baby had on clothes, but we'll talk about how much of a shitty-ass mom she is in another fucking video because of the dirty shit she did. And this ain't no hearsay. This is some shit I witnessed on my motherfucking own. We were talking. We were chatting it up. Right before he was like, man, I just know, like, we was talking. He was revealing some shit to me. The shit, it took me 10 years to get away from my son, daddy, and divorced on paper. Similar situation. Except it ain't with this bitch that he got kids with. He got married a long ass time ago. A decade ago. And just was like, fuck it. He didn't want to do it because this bitch the baby mama was going to try to force him to marry her. But shit, she was like, when you going to do this? When you going to do that? When you going to do that? When you going to do that? He just outright told me, you're everything I ever wanted in a woman. Just how you are, the shit you do, the way you think. I love the fact that you're ambitious. And I support you with everything you do. And I want to get my paperwork cleared so I can make you the missus. You know how long that bitch been trying to get it? Found out she was rubbing piss on his forehead, on his third eye while he sleep, doing piss divination shit. And then when he got to me, he noticed I never cooked no red foods. He's like, you don't make spaghetti, you don't make lasagna and all that stuff. You always making this fancy stuff. I was like, well, 2 reasons. 1, and I literally had him go back and watch that video that I made on here about don't eat the spaghetti. This motherfucker just was like, Apparently, the shit happens more often than not, and to more people than what you would think. So, he was like, I love how you cook, you know, because all I used to eat was spaghetti, sandwiches. She bring me a Whopper. Are you fucking serious? She never cooked no... You mean like the cornbread, the yams, the fried fish, the greens? Are you serious? Nothing, never. Now, only time have something like that and go somewhere, you know, visit somebody and they offering you like, oh, take you a plate home or whatever. Yeah. And it's holidays. Like, really? I cook like that even if it ain't a holiday. Are you fucking serious? But you out here doing spells and shit to make a motherfucker stay with you, and then you gonna give away his 5-year-old son. But you keep the 3-year-old daughter because you know that he only has one girl that you know about. You don't know everything I know, baby. You don't. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Not to mention, she has even paid voodoo people to do shit to me, whatever. But I got off topic. But the shit backfired because, yeah, we'll get into that in another video. I'm just happy that I can make videos. So this bitch, how the fight went down, because I know y'all like, bitch, talk about the fight. Okay, we was outside talking or whatever like that. Here come her, the baby mama, the crackhead friend that be hanging around, walking around or whatever. The baby mama just be making friends with people in the neighborhood and shit. And the other girl, I knew she was homeless because whenever I would see her, I'd be like, you okay today? You need something to eat? Bitch, I actually, like, looked out for you and you had some type of spell on you to go attack dog. Okay. So, whatever. She didn't snap out of it until after we had a fight. But it wasn't just me and her. But I'm going to get into that. So, we was outside. The baby mama, crackhead-ass friend, boyfriend, walks up to me, and he's a big, tall-ass dude, probably about 6'3". Skinny, lanky motherfucker goes, bitch, what's up? So-and-so said, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, this dude don't want to be with her. Okay, first of all, side chicks ain't hitting. That's thing number one. Because the fake friend was hollering about, oh, side chick this, side chick that. Crazy baby mama and the person's girlfriend that is being seen and got introduced to the baby mama. But I guess baby mama thought I was just a phase or something, like I was going to go away or whatever. She obviously didn't know how much he wanted me and shit, how much he wanted to be with me. So that quickly turned to jealousy on her end, to the point she kept trying to do love spells, and then she'd get around me and be like, I don't understand. But we'll get more into that later. So he walks up to me and holler, bitch, and then some other things. And then my dude was standing right there talking about, call her another bitch. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. He got in my face and was like, bitch. And as soon as he said that, dude was like, pop out real quick. There was a tree right behind him. All we heard was that's all we heard. Everybody outside got quiet. That's all we heard. Motherfucker was laid there for a few minutes. Chin split like a booty. His girl was in my face like, I don't appreciate. She was this close to me. And I say, bitch, I had some tea in my hand too, because I was drinking some tea. Because he had a beer and I had my tea or whatever like that. I don't drink wine outside like that, for God's sakes. I mean, I did one time, but it was just me and him and it was quiet. But usually we drink inside while we watching TV or eating or something like that. But, she gets in my face and I tell her, bitch, if you lean in, I'm gonna hit you. So she gets close enough to where, like, because I'm like this, she's in my face, and I put my hand over her face. I say, bitch, you better move. And so I pushed her face like that because she was in it. Then all of a sudden, I get a scar. But she got a whole ass fucking claw marks on her face, and they won't go away to this day. Still pretty though. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, But anyway, it looked like some kind of tribal marks. So, bitch, I'm... Battle scars. She couldn't do anything to make me look some type of way. She tried it, okay? Then, not only that, somehow, I don't know how, but she obviously knew that I was counterattacking everything she was attacking. But we're going to get into the video. So everybody outside started fighting. The other people was just looking on like, oh, we don't need to jump in. Nobody needs help or whatever. So my dude was like, punch this bitch. Then baby mama picks up the big ass tree branch and like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You ain't never loved me like how you show her affection. You never. That was how the baby mama was sounding. She picked up a big ass, looked like a big, oh my God, this tree branch thing was big, huge, pointed. And she chucked it like a fucking spear. Just chuck. Put a gash on the side of his head. He said, bitch, if you don't get your motherfucking piss-smelling pussy away from me, you don't talk to her like that. None of y'all motherfuckers don't talk to her like that. Shit, you never defended me. I had your child. But you also did magic on him, too, to try to make him love you. And every time the spells wore off, he hated you. Every time. Every motherfucking time. Now, we're going to put a part 2 to this one. Talk to y'all in a minute. Bye.